Hi students, in this video we are going to learn some of the question and answers that belongs to the page number 56, 55 and some of the improve your learning questions. See now, comes to the page number 54. Here we already explained the relation between critical angle and refractive index. This is an important 2 marks concept. Derive the relation between critical angle and refractive index, which comes under page number 54. Now see the relationship between the critical angle and refractive index. Here the light ray is traveling from denser to rarer. Whenever a light ray travels from denser to rarer, beyond the critical angle, what happens? At critical angle, it grazes the interface of rarer and denser media. That angle I is equals to angle C and angle R is equals to 90 degrees. Now consider a light ray is traveling from denser medium of refractive index N1 to the rarer medium of refractive index N2. The light ray is coming from denser to rarer. At certain angle of incidence, light ray grazes the interface of two media. Such angle is called critical angle. Now, in this case, angle I is equal to angle C, angle R is equal to 90. By applying the Snell's law, N21 is equals to N2 by N1 is equals to sin I by sin R. But here in this case we are taking the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. Now N12 is equals to N1 by N2 is equals to sin R by sin I. Now N1 by N2 is equals to, instead of R we are going to write 90, instead of I we should write C. Now we can get N1 by N2 is called N12, that is equal to sin 90 is 1 by sin C. Then by reciprocating, sin C is equal to 1 by N12. This is the method of derivation between critical angle and as well as refractive index. Now basing on this question, textbook backside, improve your learning questions. Fourth question is there. Improve your learning question, fourth question. That is comes under page number 60. Let me read what that question is. If you see the textbook, you can understand that question number. The question number is fourth question. The question is, determine the refractive index of benzene. Determine the refractive index of benzene whose critical angle is 42 degrees. Now, the answer for that question will be like this. Given critical angle is equal to 42 degrees, we should find out the refractive index. Above the formula is there. So that is N12 is equal to 1 by sin C. Now N12 is equals to 1 by sin 42. They only will provide the value of sin 42. The value of sin 42 is 0.6691. By doing the mathematical operations, we can get the value as 1.49. This is one of the model problem that is given in improve your learning questions. Question number 4, page number 60. Easy method. Now related one more problem is given in the textbook, that is there under page number 54 of the textbook. That is an example problem. Let us read that example problem, what is there under page number 54. See here, under page number 54, here a diagram is provided for us. A diagram is given. Here a rectangular glass wedge is look like as a prism, is immersed in water. Generally the prism is made up of glass. Immersed in water means the light is traveling from glass to water. For what value of alpha means we should find out the critical angle. Will be the beam of light when the light ray normally incident on the surface AB and reaches the side AC entirely as shown in the figure. Take the refractive index of water as 4/3 and the refractive index of glass is 3/2. This is the given question. Means we should find out the critical angle. We already know. Now see this. In this case, alpha is greater than critical angle. Now what happens? Sin C is equal to 1 by n12. In the reciprocating n12 is equals to n1 by n2 is equals to 1 by sin C. Now what is the value of n1? They have only provided n1 is nothing but 3/2, n2 is nothing but 4/3. Now the total value becomes 9/8. Now we got sin C is equal to 1 by 9/8, reciprocating 8/9. Then C is equal to, if we transfer the sign to the right hand side, it becomes sin inverse of 8/9. Sin inverse of 8/9 is 62 degrees approximately. This is the mathematical relations that we are going to get. Now we may have one type of question, that is page number 56. That question is there in think and discuss. What that question? Can you take the photo of mirage? Photo of mirage. Can you take the photo of mirage is the given question. The answer is yes. Our eye receives the light rays. Those light rays are coming because of total internal reflection. If we can receive the light rays, that is because of total internal reflection, automatically we can catch the light rays through the camera also. This means we can catch the image of mirage. Now comes to the page number 56. It's a very important question is provided here. That question is, explain the formation of mirage. Under the textbook page number 56 it is, and textbook backside question number 5. Improve your learning questions, question number 5. Before going to learn this answer, please see the video. In that video clearly I explained formation of mirage. Then you can understand easily how the mirages are formed and what are the criteria of the mirages. See now, the answer will be very important 4 marks question regarding the SCRT curriculum. Explain the formation of mirage. Formation of mirage. It is an optical illusion where the light appears to be passes. It is an optical illusion. Illusion means actually it may not be there, but it will be appear. It appears that water has collected on the road at a distinct place, but when we get there, we don't find out any water. Generally, it will appear on hot summer days. Yeah, it is the best example where the refractive index of medium varies. Varies means changes throughout the medium. Why? Because on a hot summer day, because of the radiation of the earth's surface, water air molecules nearer to the earth's surface absorb more amount of heat energy and they go to the excited state, and then they move to the upper layers. As in the case of upper layers, more molecules becomes, as in the lower layers, atmosphere has less number of molecules. That means in the upper layers more air molecules, in the lower layers less molecules are there. Because of this, upper layers of atmosphere act as denser, lower layers of the atmosphere act as rarer. Now comes to the explanation what I given in the paper. During the hot summer day, air just above the road becomes hotter and rises to the upper levels. That is, temperature is high nearer to the road surface. As height increases, temperature decreases. Means in the higher cases of the atmosphere, temperature is less. As the temperature is less, density is also less. That surface act as denser medium. Nearer to the earth's surface, it acts as rarer medium. Refractive index of air at higher altitudes is greater than the refractive index nearer to the road surface. Seventh point, if you consider air molecules at higher altitudes act as a denser medium when compared to the air molecules at the road surface. See that eighth point, when the light coming from the tall object or sky, it passes through the denser medium to rarer medium. Why? Because the topper layers are acting as denser when compared to lower layers. Then the light undergo the total internal reflection. As we already know, why? Because the light is traveling from denser to rarer. Beyond the critical angle, it is undergo total internal reflection. Because of total internal reflection, what happens? The light should not travel in a straight line. It always takes a curved path. So, due to this, light does not travel in straight line, it takes a curved path. This curved path appears as reflecting surface of the tree or the sky, from which the body is appear to be floating, and a virtual image of the sky. Yeah, now if you observe same page number 56, think and discuss. One question is there: why should you see the mirage as a floating of water? It is the question. For this question, the answer is there in the above. If you understand the question number point 6 point and point, then it only become the answer for that question.